Welcome, beautiful souls, to another weekly pick-a-card reading where every other week I have a new moon and full moon pick-a-card. In between that, I have a change in the sun's zodiac, so the change of the sun sign that happens every month. And then the fourth one is a meditation where we do kind of a pilgrimage meditation to a special type of spiritual center so far on the earth. We'll eventually go beyond that. So if you're interested in seeing any of those others, the links are in the description box down below for those playlists as well. But this one is all about the Taurus New Moon that's coming up on May 7th at 11:22 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We'll have a pick a card, but before we jump into that, I do want to make sure you're aware of some things where you can make the most of 10 new moon wishes that we get every new moon. So let's jump into that real quick. So to make the most of the new moon wishes, try to make them positive, what you want, because we, of course, attract to us what we focus on. So if we focus on lower vibrational things like wanting, and I'm missing something, and I hate something, and I want something to leave my life, and when we're focusing on those things, on what we don't want, then we draw that to us. So if we focus on gratitude and those types of energies, then we draw in the higher vibrational things to us. Also, writing them out and saying them out loud as we do that puts that energy out into the world. So we're doing physical action, we're doing vibration of our vocal cords. That also helps make the most of this energy. Like I said, approaching it with gratitude. So if you have like your wish start off, thank you for, and then put what wish you're looking for, that helps. And then the emotional and mental energy with feeling it within your heart and seeing it within your mind's eye also helps expand it. Anything we focus on a lot, it grows. So if we revisit the wishes often, then that also puts extra oomph behind them as that happens. And the period of time when it's the most like growth that happens towards those wishes is 8 hours after the new moon starts. So on East Coast, 11:22 p.m., 8 hours after that is the most powerful time that you can use those, but you can do your wishes anytime, but that's the most powerful. And then they are super sparky when wishes are related to characteristics that are ruled over by the sign that the new moon is in. So this one, of course, is a new moon in Taurus. So here's some Taurus characteristics that we can focus those wishes on. Feeling grounded and secure, our confidence, our perseverance, our finances and abundance, ability to stand alone in life and in our heart, creativity and the flow of creativity in our lives, and then feelings of dependency, codependency, or independence, rushing to reach the end or possibly holding back and taking a leap because you're anxious. So the courage and the drive that comes around all that, eating and cooking, emotions and senses, and are you being resistant, stubborn, the Taurus bull. Taurus energy rolls over the neck, the throat, the voice, the vocal cords, and thyroid. So anything around that is also very much empowered. So those are the Taurus energies, and those are the ideas and some different ways in which you can make the most of those new moon wishes. In addition to all that, we will have a pick a card where you have a choice between 3 different pick a cards. You can choose from as many of them as you want. Timestamps for everything are listed down in the description box, so you can leap ahead if you want. But we're going to start with number 1 right now. If you chose reading number 1, then this is the reading for you. And because this is Taurus energy, we're going to be zeroing in on the pick a card asking, where can you redefine your worth? We're going to start with these animal apothecary oracle cards. So we'll start here and see where Spirit thinks that you can use a little bit of redefinition, some adjustments for your highest good here. And you've got the quantum jump. And here, a grasshopper on top there. So we'll put that right over here. And let's see what quantum jump brings in here. Card number 36. So grasshopper, in physics, it's understood that a quantum particle breaks down to the smallest particles that create the fabric of reality. A quantum particle is every version of itself at once. And yet, when the particle is observed, it becomes the version of itself that is reacting to the observer's consciousness. It's crazy, right? This also applies to humans in layman's terms. We are every version of ourselves, but our consciousness dictates what version of ourselves we choose to be. So Grasshopper's medicine jumps into your cards today and asks you to quantum jump into the highest version of yourself. You do this by assuming the identity and emotion of the self you want to be. It is in you to be the most fantastic version of you. You just need to jump into it. So stand up straight and fix your posture. Wake up early to pray, meditate, and move. Eat foods that the most amazing version of yourself would eat. Dress the way the highest version of yourself dresses. Work like the version of you that you respect. Treat people the way the highest version of you treats people. Take action towards goals in the same way that the version of you who is making big wins would take. Start loving yourself the way the version of you who is in love with themselves would treat themselves. So this card says you can no longer identify with being a victim to circumstance. You are powerful, and you create your own reality. Grasshopper's medicine asks you to choose to be the version of yourself that feels the most fulfilling right now. What you've been chasing this entire time is within you. So jump into the you that actualizes their potential. Beautiful. I love that. So definitely resonates with looking at where you can redefine your worth. This is about not, seeing yourself as small, not seeing yourself as the lower version of yourself, the one that's rooted in fear, but stepping in and recognizing how powerful you really are, that you are a powerful, supernatural, eternal spirit being made of unconditional love, and redefining yourself in that area of your worth. We, of course, are going to dig in deeper. We have these angels and auras oracle. So let's take a look and see what else they want you to know here about this recreating to your highest expression here. And you also have here, you have the angels are watching over you, card number 14. Supported, protected, loved, and encouraged. The lower vibrational energies you might be feeling might be that you feel deserted, alone, neglected, or discouraged. And I like that with this energy coming in here, there is this, that you aren't alone, that you are supported, that you are worthy of this support and guidance also from your spiritual posse. And, what's great with all of this is that sometimes we forget that they're behind us, supporting us, and we feel like we're doing everything alone. But, we'll have synchronicities happen. It's like they won't meddle with your power of choice and your, free will, because they honor that. So they will only come in and do anything when, based on, first of all, the honey-do list we gave them before we came down here. They're always working on that. But while we're down here, we can ask of our own free will for them, to provide answers, to give us clarity, nudges. They are so willing to assist us, right? You are supported, protected, loved, and encouraged. But they wait for us to ask of our own free will. They do, like behind us, we'll go, hello, we're just letting you know we're here. And they'll do that through synchronicities, repeating numbers, a bunch of different things. So if you've been getting those, then you can realize, that they are trying to get your attention to let them know that you are supported by them, right? So I love that. It goes on to say here, this card is absolute divine confirmation that your angels are with you now. You may have been seeing signs and asking yourself, is this a message from my angels? It's perfectly normal to question. Even we do the same thing from time to time. However, this card is your validation that the messages you're receiving are angelic in nature. Trust the signs, trust your intuition. Your angels are near you now. The shadow side, the lower one that we're talking about, which I like to read because sometimes that resonates, especially when we're in, maybe not all the time, but sometimes when we're in lower vibrational energy, right? And it says, the first thing we want you to know when this card is inverted is that you're never, ever truly alone. You may be so distracted or challenged by life that you aren't seeing the signs from your angels. And it can be difficult to stay awake to those messages when life is in upheaval. You haven't been deserted. Your angels will never stop loving and supporting you, even if you can't see it right now. So ask your angels to up the volume of their guidance to you, and they will. The color activation for this, because these are of course, angel aura, right? Angels and auras oracle. White and purple. So anything that you can wear, it says the color white is a reminder that your energy first. You're always connected to the divine. So you're an energetic being first. You're always connected. The color purple helps you feel connected to your divine plan and to know you're truly on the right path. Yeah, so white and purple being the crown chakra, the big connections to the spirit world, again coming in here, that you are so much more than the human character that you're playing. We're going to pull here some Arcanas Animal Tarot. And we're just going to get some additional information here on what else they want you to know about this redefining your worth. Any hints on how or what areas or anything like that? So they do want that one, and they do want that one, and they do want that one, and that one, and that one. All right. So let's start with this one over here. Yeah, the Three of Swords. Three of Swords does represent heartache, disappointment, but its expectations equal disappointment. These little swords are the small t truths that are rooted in fears of failure, fears of letting go of things, and afraid we'll never get things back, and all those lower vibrational emotions, and not emotions but thoughts and beliefs and everything that's related to that. This is about bringing this forward. But what I like about this card is it's a message comes in here, a transformational message that our true hearts can never be broken, right? This is about this, realizing that as our higher being, our hearts are powerful. They can't, ever be injured or hurt. But we come down here to experience the lower vibrational experiences so that we can contrast and understand it. So when we're feeling this prick in our heart, this heartbreak, this disappointment, it's actually our heart going into fight or flight mode, because something scared it. Like when, if you ever have where, someone jumps out and startles you, or something suddenly jets out and you're like, in your heart, has this prick in it, that it's like starting to go into fight or flight mode, and then you realize, oh, it's just my cat, or it's my brother scaring me, or whatever, right? Then you calm down and you're like, okay, and the pain leaves. Well, the heartache feeling when we're emotionally startled, because of an emotional belief, those loop because we don't resolve it in the moment, going, oh, I'm not afraid that I won't find love again when that person does that, I'm okay. It usually doesn't happen that fast, right? It's usually, it keeps looping. I'm unworthy, or I'm rejectable, or I'm never going to find love again. Whatever these loops, it's like a record that keeps playing over and over and over again. And until we get distracted by something, then that our mind gets off of those looping beliefs and thoughts, and we're distracted, and the pain goes away until we remember, oh, that's right, I'm unlovable, whoop, and then the pain starts again. And when we go to sleep, it disappears because we're not thinking about it, but as soon as in the morning we realize, oh, I'm alone, whoop, 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 So this is about realizing the transformation that this pain in our heart is not real. It's fear. My heart isn't broken. It's actually working and doing what it's supposed to do, which is when our inner self feels threatened and out of control, it sounds alarms and it wants to get us back to feeling safety and control again. And when we realize that, it makes us kind of flow through those feelings and emotions after that. So this is part of redefining your worth. You are not defined by all these small T truths that were opinions growing up. All those things that sound like supposed to, should, need to, have to, must, and all of that. There's this freedom that comes with this. And then you have the 10 of Wands. Yeah, 10 of Wands. Wands is your energy, your drive, your ambition, your passion, your inspiration. And the 10 of Wands is about realizing how much energy you're investing out in the outside world, trying to be something that everyone had this long list, right, of things. You have to have all these things to be worthy. So you invest a lot of energy in trying to get those things, completed, to get those things in your life. But the 10 of Wands is also this realization, endings and new beginnings. Where am I investing all of my energy, and why? Why am I investing all my energy in all these directions? It's like, nope, I don't need to do that anymore. I can draw back all of that. Instead of investing all the energy and trying to live up to these opinions, you're discovering the real you, and you're redefining yourself. And so you're altering where you're investing all of your energy, and you're able to, really super focus into the areas that aren't urgent, urgent, but you're investing in the important instead. And temperance is balancing patience as things unfold here, right? So we do have this, the quantum jump, the leaping, all of this, that this is about action, it's about movement. And I feel like you've been realizing a lot of this stuff, but it's time. It's like you've been very, very patient, but now is the time where you're going to start to see things change, see things alter, because you're going to be changing your energy. Again, like attracts like, right? So whatever you're focusing on here, you're going to draw in, and you're ready to take action. The waiting is over, is what I feel with that. Yeah, 9 of Wands, yeah. Yeah, the 10 of Wands, the 9 of Wands, both of these are endings and beginnings. But the 9 of Wands is you stepping into your power and you choosing where you're going to be investing your power, like we talked with the 10 of Wands. But the difference is the 9 is the Hermit's journey. It's you stepping away, you determining it, you redirecting it and changing where you're investing all of this. And when you do, it allows you to step through whatever these blocks that have been there before this, whatever's been holding you back from making this quantum jump. You are able to move this. If you think of like 9 wands creating like a fence that you can't get through, it's like all these, right? There's like 9 of these, but if you take one and you remove it, it opens up the space for you to walk through it. And that's what's coming here for you there. Then your final card, Judgment. Something more in alignment. Your higher self is calling your human self to this higher place. And it's like this relationship, and this is what all this has seemed to be about, has been these energies of, getting in tune with who you really are and calling you out from the victimhood, the lower vibrational, to the higher vibrational experiences. And you have this power, you have the ability to do that. So I like all of this confirming and nudging you into that higher place. We're going to pull a couple more cards. One from the Letting Go deck by David Hawkins. He has a beautiful book that's so powerful if you're interested. Give these a couple shuffles here. All right. And let's see, what else do they want you to know here about this? Redefining your worth to a higher place. Okay, I feel like it's this one here. Let's see what this says. Repressed and suppressed feelings require counter energy to keep them submerged. It takes energy to hold down your feelings. Yeah. And that says, as these feelings are relinquished, the energy that has been holding down the negativity now freed for constructive uses. There is an increase in available energy for creativity, growth, work, and interpersonal relationships. I love that. I'm going to keep the little bright yellow. The yellow just seemed to be jumping out here. And this is what this is talking about. So this energy that you've been using to maintain the lower vibrational victim emotions, you're transforming that. You get all that energy that you've been investing, it comes back to you. I love it. And then your final card is going to come from this Self-Care Wisdom card deck. And we're just going to see what else they want you to know here. So what's your final message for those that chose reading number 1 about redefining themselves, redefining their self-worth? All right, so here it is. Look at this. Possibility. Seeing so much more possible. And it says, focus your attention on what could go right. When you learn to imagine the best case scenario, you get to enjoy and experience twice. Yeah, so this is about moving this energy from limitation and smallness to this quantum jump into seeing things from such a higher perspective, and seeing yourself as so much more powerful than you've been taught to believe. So definitely this is a big transformative energy coming with this new moon, and I'm excited for what you do with that. And that's the message they have for you, all of you that chose reading number 1. And if you're looking for more messages of love from above, there's a few things that you can do. First of all, you can give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button. It does tell me that you are enjoying the videos, which is very important to me, but it also tells YouTube that you are, and they'll bring you more similar content. Other thing you can do is click that subscribe button. It does give you access to the notification bell. And if you go in there and select the all option, then you'll be notified when any new videos come out on my channel, as well as when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. I know. In addition to all of that, you also become part of the love tsunami, because when you like or share any of my videos, comment on any of my videos, subscribe to the channel, even become one of my YouTube channel members, doing any of those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy, crazy, happy, excited, it wants to automatically share my videos as recommended videos to other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm very, very grateful for that. Also, these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings and some other options and services. All that information is listed in the description box below. Right, beautiful soul, as you're going through this wonderful adventure, remember every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator, and of course, I love you too. So until we chat again, much love to you. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon. If you chose reading number 2, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off pulling here from these Animal Apothecary Oracle. And because this is Taurus Earth energy with this new moon, we're going to zero in asking, where can you redefine your worth? So let's give these a shuffle here. Whoops, we'll shuffle them twice here for the power of 2 for all of those that chose reading number 2. So let's take a look here. Where are we starting? Where can you redefine your worth? Okay, there's this one right here. And you've got, you're about to shine. Beautiful card. I think it's an armadillo. I love those. When I lived in Texas, you'd come across them. Of course, you don't want to touch them because they carry leprosy, but they are healthy themselves. So you are about to shine. So just as we see Armadillo wearing an armor of scales, this reinforces the idea of going inward. The inward work is exactly what allows us to shine outward. And this inner contemplation leads to a more brilliant inner light that will eventually be witnessed and felt by all. Armadillo says that what you have to offer will be recognized. Do not get bogged down with how and when. Do not be led by outside validation. Instead, be led by the greater consciousness you were created from. We connect to our inner light when we connect to the source that created us. Armadillo's medicine asks you to create a very intimate relationship with that which created you. You're being asked to level up your daily prayers and create a dialogue with capital L life. Drop all your wants and desires and create an intense conversation with the great mystery about receiving guidance to do what you were created to do. We all have a special gift that lies dormant within us, waiting to actualize. And in this moment of deep connection to the great mystery, a mysterious energy begins to activate our gift. This conversation and prayer you create needs to feel very real. Prayer does not need to look one specific way. It is intimate communion with that which you were created from. Start speaking to life. If you create this intense and mystical relationship with life daily, you will begin to witness yourself unlocking all your gifts. Life speaks back to those who speak to it, but it is your job to start the conversation. You may not receive an answer right away, but it will come to you with full force in the perfect way at the right time. Armadillo's medicine says that you are about to be seen, heard, felt, witnessed, understood, and recognized. It's coming for you. You're about to shine so brightly. But now is the before time, where you first must ignite your gift of light through going inward and channeling the universe. Wow, so powerful. The energy I'm getting with that is, where we can redefine your worth. We are taught from very early, right? Most humans are taught, define yourself by these things outside. 3 buckets: relationships, situations, and things. But we realize all those things are unstable eventually, because relationships with people, humans, very unstable. People change, people walk away, people pass away. And if their inner child goes into, feels unsafe or uncomfortable, they will go into fight or flight mode and abandon and go into survival mode and do stupid things, right? Unstable. Situations never stay the same, like jobs, education, social status, whatever situations we can get ourselves in. And then things, our bodies, our bank accounts, our possessions, all that stuff in the outside world, it breaks down, it deteriorates, it blows up, burns down, or is stolen. So all those things are unstable. When we define ourselves by that, then we feel unstable. Our self-worth feels unstable. So this whole message about redefining your self-worth, you're learning to not look to the outside world. When we get disappointed enough or tired of the instability, we do turn inward and upward, where we find the unconditional eternal love, which is very, very solid, very, very stable, right? Eternal, never ending, right? Unconditional, no conditions to lose it, nothing you have to do to gain it. So a lot of stability. So this message about turning inward. And then we're also going to pull here from the Angels and Auras Oracle. And let's see what else they want to add in here about defining yourself inward and upward rather than outward. All right, what else for those that chose reading number 2, please? All right, that is the one calling out to you here. And you got Focus on Your Health, card number 24. Wellness, active, radiant nourishment. The lower vibration of this is neglect, feeling lethargic, melancholy, and excess. So we'll see what else this brings in here for you. The angels are congratulating you on your awareness of health and wellness. It is also a reassurance that if you're currently struggling with a physical challenge, it will get better. Your body is acclimating to a higher vibration. Your aura is glowing with the energy of health and healing. Here again, shining and glowing messages, right? I like reading the shadow message because we sometimes do have lower vibrational energies. There's nothing wrong with it. We sometimes get pulled into our fears, into that lower vibration. So it's good to hear the message with that if it resonates. And it says, when inverted, this card is suggesting that it's important to consider changes that would lead to a healthier experience. You might need to make adjustments to your diet, find ways to get more exercise, or release yourself from addictions. It's important to have a more mindful approach to your physical well-being. The color activation of the auras is red and green. Hey, Christmas colors. The color red highlights our energy exchange with those around us. It's a gentle reminder that you cannot pour from an empty cup. Green energy connects us to our life force and helps to recharge our energy battery. Yeah, so, when we're defining ourselves by the outside world, then, when we're looking at and so super focused on it, defining ourselves by the outside world, that's unstable, right? We end up being in fear. And when we're in fear, if you ever, I'm no medical doctor, but if you look into the fight or flight mode, you definitely realize that it impacts our body. And the more that we turn inward and upward and we find this stability, our body works at its highest as well. So one of the things that you can do here when you're redefining your worth, when you stop looking at your physical body, right? That's one of the things we look at that's unstable. When we look at everything else and we turn inward and upward, we have this relief, we have this self-love, this self-worth that just bubbles up, and it allows our bodies to work at its highest as well. We'll see what else here Spirit wants you to know. We're going to look into the Arcanus Animal Tarot. So let's give these a couple shuffles here. See what else they want you to know. So what else? What else? For those that chose reading number 2, please. All right. So they do want these two. They did want that one, and they want that one, and this one. All right. So let's see what we've got here. You're starting here. 9 of Cups. Dreams come true. Wishes come true. And the 9 is the Hermit's journey, and of course Cups is emotions. So this starts with self-love. This does start with turning inward and upward. Confirming what we were talking about, that to really truly get our emotional dreams come true, we find that love from the inside. When we're looking to the outside world, unstable, right? Inward, upward, we fill up, or we become the chalice, the Holy Grail that gets filled up, overflows, and then flows out to the world. This talked about, caring for yourself first. And that's what allows us to shine and to glow. When we look to the outside world and we're looking for validation, we don't get filled up, and we're giving away so much energy. We feel low, we feel stagnant even, might even feel resentful, right? Because we're giving, and we're not getting enough back to make us feel sustained. And so we feel like we're, emptying out. So I like this energy of turning inward and upward, filling up first, and then you overflow out to the world. And trust me, one drop of that overflow tastes like sweet nectar from heaven, and it's so sweet and tastes so good compared to gallons of bitter, sour, resentful waters that we give to other people. So, when we at first we're like, oh, I can't put myself first. Trust me, people might be a little irritated in the beginning, but when they get a taste of you feeling full and overflowing, they're going to be like, whoa, what is this? It feels so different energetically. I love that. And then you have the Lover's card here. So a lot of power of emotional choice coming in here, and this is the relationship with our higher self too. It can be relationships. It is a general reading. So, when you're filling up with this love on the inside, you fill up and overflow, you start looking at all those outside world things differently too. Because instead of feeling unstable as you're turning inward and upward and you're filling up from the inside out, then where everybody else was falling short and feeling limited, there is this great, fullness of, instead of people in relationships and love feeling lacking, you feel full and complete and overflowing instead. But it all starts with this inner relationship with yourself that changes the vibration, and you draw in a different type of relationship than you've had before. So if you're single, it would draw in a higher vibrational relationship. If you're in a current relationship, it'll allow your relationship to move to a higher place too. So I like that. And another 9 of Pentacles. So there's a lot of validation here about turning inward. Pentacles is your outside world. Again, 9, Hermit's journey. So this is about pulling back from the outside world right now. And that allows you to eventually shine and impact the world differently. So definitely reinforce strong message about turning inward and upward. And all these 9s are literally turning inward and having kind of making sure you're taking time for you. Again, reiterating here a strong message of that. Doesn't mean you have to be a complete hermit, but you definitely prioritize your time, put it on the calendar, make it like one of the most important events or dates on your calendar, and don't, put it last place where it can be bumped for anything. Make it, if it has to be bumped, or not even bumped, but rescheduled to later in the day or something, that it's very, very important for that there. And you got the balance here, the balance between both worlds too, because you have your higher self and your lower self, human self, the lower vibration. And I like this, realization of the 2s, this power of choice that you have regarding putting yourself first, putting your higher self a priority, to become your best friend, right? To become so intimate with your higher self that they're your best friend. That part of yourself is, what you've been looking for anyway. And when you do that, then, it feels full. It's funny because, when I was in human relationships, I had several, a few, 3 out of 5. Went outside the relationship with other people, and I would be like, got to experience all the heartache and pain of betrayal and all that. But when I was doing my shadow work, it was like Spirit saying, well, your true love is your higher self. So when you were looking outside of yourself for validation and being in relationships with those humans, when you were using them to define your worth, you were cheating on your higher self with them. Because self-worth comes from inward and upward to your higher self. And when you're defining yourself by the outside world, then you're cheating because we're asking for validation of our worth out here, which is truly retail price, right? That's the value that we feel we are worth to others, where self-worth is inward and upward, where we find that we are priceless, right? And then you have the 5 of Swords. Yeah, the battle between the head and the heart coming in here, between the small t truths of supposed to's and shoulds and need to's and have to's. Look outside of yourself for all of these things. But the capital T truth of the higher realms is, none of that outside world defines you. It's all extra. And when we discover that, it brings in a lot of clarity. So I love that. And then we're going to pull here. We have the Letting Go deck by David Hawkins. It actually comes from his book, Letting Go. If you're interested in a powerful book, I definitely highly recommend it. Let's take a look here. So what else do they want you to know about this? All right, I think that's your card. And we've got here, we are only subject to a negative thought or belief if we consciously say that it applies to us. Yeah, so this believing that the outside world defines us, that we're going to find our worth in the outside world. It only applies to us when we consciously say that it does. And it says, for negativity to apply to our life, we must first subscribe to it, and secondly, give it the energy of belief. If we have the power to make negativity manifest in our life, obviously, our mind also has the power to make its converse come true. Yeah, stepping into the power there. So what do we believe? We are the ones that choose what this means, right? We're the ones that choose where our worth comes from. And then your final card is actually going to come from the self-care wisdom cards. And that's from Cheryl Richardson. Oops. Cards falling all over the place. Let me just get these. There we go. Shuffle it one more time for the power of 2 for all those that chose reading 2. What's your final message here for those that chose reading number 2, please? All right. I feel like it's this one right here. We've got needs. Tick tock, tick tock. And it says, do you need more time to yourself? Yeah, I think we do. You just can't make it up. A break from thinking too much, a kind encounter with a friend. Your needs matter, and it's time to honor them. Yeah, tick tock, tick tock. So definitely this reiterates all that message of, staying true to yourself and spending time with yourself, and allowing this transformation to happen, because where you can redefine your worth is, what is the source that you're using to find your worth? Are you using retail price of the outside world, or are you turning inward and upward and finding how priceless that you are? So I love that for you, and that's what they have for you, for all of you that chose reading number 2. And if you're looking for more messages of love from above, there's a few things that you can do. First of all, you can give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button. It does tell me that you are enjoying the videos, which is very important to me, but it also tells YouTube that you are, and they'll bring you more similar content. Other thing you can do is click that subscribe button. It does give you access to the notification bell. And if you go in there and select the all option, then you'll be notified when any new videos come out on my channel, as well as when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. I know. In addition to all of that, you also become part of the love tsunami, because when you like or share any of my videos, comment on any of my videos, subscribe to the channel, even become one of my YouTube channel members, doing any of those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy, crazy, happy, excited, it wants to automatically share my videos as recommended videos to other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm very, very grateful for that. Also, these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings and some other options and services. All that information is listed in the description box below. Right, beautiful soul, as you're going through this wonderful adventure, remember every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator, and of course, I love you too. So until we chat again, much love to you. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon. If you chose reading number 3, then this is the reading for you. And we're going to start off pulling from the Animal Apothecary cards. And because this is Taurus energy, the piece of the energy that we're zeroing in on is, where can you redefine your worth? We'll give these 3 shuffles for the power of 3 for all of those of you that chose reading number 3. All right. They're like, there you go. You don't even need the shuffle. So we're starting right off here. Inner Truth. Card number 7. Beautiful, beautiful owl here. So we'll put them right here. And let's see what they bring in here for you. Before I read from the book here, I just feel the energy that's coming through here about where to redefine your worth is to find your capital T truth versus the small t truths. And it's stepping into the truth of who you want to be who you want to be with, what you want to do with your life. There's just this, instead of defining yourself by all these small T truths, these dreams that were given to you, these opinions, popular opinions on all this, that it's about you connecting to this inner truth of who you want to be. And there's a lot of clarity that will come in with this new moon. And it says the owl sees in the dark and knows what is not directly being shown. She's the master intuitive. In an ancient Greek mythology, Owl sat on the shoulder of Athena so that the goddess would know the whole truth at all times. So if you receive this card in your reading, it is a message that you have a deep inner knowing and you can trust in this gift. I feel like for everyone that chose number 3, that you're going to be seeing, you have recently seen owls like everywhere, or you're about to. So, or you're looking at an owl right now. Well, I mean, you are right here, but, you know, like, look at your window. No, I'm just kidding. Don't get scared. But I feel like it's seeing the owl is such an important message for you, either on TV, social media, in reality, and in the real world as well. Says whatever guidance you are currently seeking, this card is confirmation that the answer will not only come, but it will come from within. Owl says it is okay to not always immediately know the right answer or what to do. Fear may arise and hide the truth of a situation from you, but you're being asked to sit in the confidence of your inner knowing. Patience is of the utmost importance, and when you push and try to instruct your intuition to immediately figure out the answer, your intuition becomes strangled by your ego's control. All you need to know is that the guidance will come. When and how it comes is none of your concern. Life will help you connect with your intuition to reveal the truth, figure out the best path, and do what is best for your growth and the growth of anyone else involved. Owl's medicine shares that you do know the answer and it will be revealed at the correct moment. Relax and go do something else. So that final message here really kicks in here too. Relax and go do something else. So whatever's been bringing a lot of the angst into your life, this is about you knowing the truth from within, following your gut and your intuition, and allowing it to lead you on a new path. This is where that, redefining your worth, that you're not defining yourself by the accomplishments and different things of the outside world. Those small T truths, you're finding the capital T truth of who you want to be within yourself. Right? And then we're going to pull here from the Angels and Auras Oracle. See what they would like to add here about seeing your real truth about what you want to accomplish, who you want to be with, like we said. What is that true dream, right? All right, so what else for those that chose reading 3, please? All right, I do want that one right here. And we've got soul groups, messages, reunion, connection, validation. And the lower vibrational energy, because we all, we experience both. We're not at a higher vibration 24/7, but I love this beautiful card. So if you feel loneliness, emptiness, feeling like you overlooked or misunderstood, then that is some energy to be aware of here. So you got 7 and then you got 37. So 7s are standing out here. Let's see what else they want you to know about your soul group here. Oops, sorry. I looked at number 7, which is Archangel Raphael, if that's important to anyone. All right, so soul groups. This card represents sacred community in all forms. Now is the time to tell those who are close to you how much you love them and appreciate their contribution to your happiness. This is also a gentle reminder that your community is a reflection of your consciousness. Invest time in those who uplift and inspire you. You may have a powerful message or connection to someone who has passed, a guardian angel or a spirit guide. Stay awake to those messages. I like reading the shadow message for these too, because like I said, sometimes we do experience the lower vibration of fear, and it helps us with that when we are feeling that, so it might resonate. And it says when this card is inverted in the shadow message, it may indicate a need to expand your circle of friends. Perhaps you don't feel that you have the closeness in your relationships that you need to help you remain emotionally happy and healthy. You can ask Archangel Raguel, R-A-G-U-E-L, who is the friend of God, to help expand the number of people in your personal circle. Immerse yourself in the company of people who are like-minded souls by finding ways to connect outside of your home. The colors for this one are red and green. The color red is assisting you with emotional inventory, right? Here again, who do I want to be? How do I want to feel? Who do I want to be around? These capital T truths. And it's helping you see how much emotional energy is going out in contrast to how much energy is coming in. And then the radiant green light is helping you honestly state your needs so that those who love you can show up in full force. Yeah, so instead of really focusing in on those small T truths and being afraid of sharing what our needs are and what you're wanting, this is about having that openness. So, but you might not be asking for anything because you don't know what you really want. You've been going with your old group, your old belief systems who are telling you these popular opinions of supposed to and should and need to and have to and must and oughta and all those things. And you're like, but I don't know if that's really what I want. Why do I ask for something that I don't want? You're more apt to ask for something you truly do want. So again, stepping into your capital T truths. All right. And then we're also going to pull here from the Arcanus Animal Tarot. And let's get some more clarity on capital T truths one more time here. All right. So what else for those that chose reading number 3, please? All right. I do want that one. What else? Okay, we do want that one, and I feel like these two and that one, but I feel like this is you get a bonus one. We're going to put that over here. So we'll start with this one here. The Fool card. Here's your higher self, your soul, ready to start a new journey, free from all of those expectations, all those supposed to shoulds and all that. There's just like this big zeros coming in here, and this even looks like the number 10 standing out here, which is endings and new beginnings. It makes sense. It's the first card in the Major Arcana following the last card in the Major Arcana, the World card, which is all about leaving behind all of those thoughts and beliefs and mindsets that no longer serve. It's, ending of old cycles, beginning of new adventures that comes in with that. So I really like that. I'm just going to put that right here for now. So it is this freedom. It's letting go. And it's like a little child when they're first born. They don't have a bunch of rules. It doesn't have a bunch of small T truths. It just is. And sees the world as full of possibilities and without any restrictions and, feeling caged. So this is this freedom that's coming in with all this here. Yeah, and here's the Hierophant. Okay. So the Hierophant, this exactly as I said about, this is your higher self drawing you this higher place to see the capital T truths of who you really are, what you want, and all that. That the phrase I said is the one I usually use for the Hierophant. So definitely being reiterated here. And you have 2 major arcana so far, which means this does bring significance and alteration in your life through this too. Yeah, the 5 of Pentacles. So another 5. So you have the Major Arcana 5 in this 5. 5 of Pentacles are these feelings of lack, feeling abandoned, left alone, left behind, out in the cold, lack. But the 5 is a transformational number. And this means that part of what transforms here, the capital T truth, has to do with your worth, which is what this reading is all about, and defining yourself and thinking that humans are who bring you your sustenance, thinking that how you interact and how everyone else, that, well, I don't want to make anyone angry because then they'll pull back. Well, the truth is that when we trust in humans, whenever a human's inner child feels unsafe or out of control, they do grab everything back. They pull everything back because they're going into survival mode, fight or flight. And then little 2-year-olds in charge. So we do stupid, unloving, uncaring things because it doesn't know any better. It's reacting and it's doing those things. That's where we feel abandonment. That's where we feel being left behind and all that energy of lack. But the part of the process is that when we connect to our higher truth, to the higher realms, we realize, oh, you are the source of my sustenance in each moment. You might send it through a human as the delivery company, but you are the one that brings me my needs, my basic needs. And they always want to give us more because they do love us so much. They don't just give us bread and water. But there's this, trust that we can build because they never go into fear. They never, go in that direction where they would pull back from us. They will always want to give us more. And they have all the source they need. They have, endless resources, endless things. So they will definitely, bring that for us, right? So I love that. So part of this truth is, where do you put your trust? You've had everything you've needed in each moment up to right now, right? Otherwise you wouldn't be here, you'd be dead. So you can trust that spirit will bring us what we're needing because they've got a great track record, right? When we just build that trust more and more. Yeah, Ace of Wands. So this does bring a new passion, a new drive. So I had a feeling with the Inner Truth card that you would get something, a new passion, a new spark. Like I talked about, when you're living someone else's dream, you wake up going, oh God, I got to go live my dream today. And you hit the snooze alarm 10 times, right? But when you're living your dream, you have the spark where you wake up early and you're excited to get into, creating the dream and sharing the dream. So you do have this new spark that happens through this too. Yeah, and then the Empress. Yep, here she is. New creativity, new birth, abundance. So this definitely another major arcana coming in here, which does show that you are igniting and birthing and having this new thing that comes to fruition, that comes in through all this. And let's see what else you had here. Yep, 3 of Wands. So we're going to put them right here in the middle, because the 3 of Wands is about, with new information, you change direction. So this is supporting this Ace of Wands, where as you connect more to your capital T truth, you discover more about what you're wanting, and you do make adjustments and go that direction. So I like that. All right. And then we're going to pull a couple more cards. The first one is from the Letting Go Oracle, which comes from David Hawkins, his book, Letting Go. And if you're looking for an amazing life-transforming book, I definitely recommend it. All right, and just one more time for the power of 3 for all of those. That chose reading number 3. So what else do you want? Those that chose reading 3. Okay. You get an extra. So you get a bonus. You get all these bonuses, right? So you have, as we relinquish the negative suppressed feelings from all the programs we've internalized, they're automatically replaced by higher ones. Yeah, letting go of the lower small t truths, it's replaced with higher truth, right? And it says, when our inner feelings are of peacefulness, serenity, tranquility, stillness, openness, and simplicity, the effect on others is to increase their awareness along with our own, and to give them a greater sense of freedom, perfection, unity, and at oneness with ourselves. Yeah, so definitely this clearing of this energy. See what else you have here. The more we love, the more we can love. Love is limitless. Love begets love. And love has a powerful anabolic effect. Love increases endorphins, which are life-enhancing hormones. The energy of love has the capacity to heal our bodies when conditions are appropriate. Yeah, I just feel like this is this energy between these cards here, because it's all this journey of love connecting to the capital T truths of the higher realm, right? So I love that with this coming in. And then your final card is coming from the Self-Care Wisdom cards from Cheryl Richardson. And this will just be the final message, what Spirit wants you to know here. I like this. How can you redefine your worth? By getting clarity on the capital T truth of who you are and what you truly want. All right, so what's your final message for those that chose reading number 3, please? Okay. Right, this is the one right here. Yeah, here you go. Card of change. All these 5s. Card of change. Changing direction. Big love. A resistance to change is a resistance to life itself. Open your heart and mind to new beginnings. Yeah, so if there was any doubt with this 10, the 1, 0 that we're looking at here, new beginnings, new path with a full card, 3 of Wands, Ace of Wands, Empress, you're definitely redefining your worth by seeing it more clearly from above. And as you're gaining clarity on your capital T truth of all those things, your identity, what you're truly wanting, you are truly wanting, and who you want in your life, all of that, then you make these changes that come in here. And it is powerful. I love it for you. Empress energy is very much harvest and abundant. So we definitely see that it is for your highest experience, of course. So I love this for you, all of you that chose reading number 3, and that's what they have for you at this time. And if you're looking for more messages of love from above, there's a few things that you can do. First of all, you can give this video a little thumbs up by clicking the like button. It does tell me that you are enjoying the videos, which is very important to me, but it also tells YouTube that you are, and they'll bring you more similar content. Other thing you can do is click that subscribe button. It does give you access to the notification bell. And if you go in there and select the all option, then you'll be notified when any new videos come out on my channel, as well as when I go live on YouTube to provide free readings. I know. In addition to all of that, you also become part of the love tsunami, because when you like or share any of my videos, comment on any of my videos, subscribe to the channel, even become one of my YouTube channel members, doing any of those things makes the YouTube algorithm so giddy, crazy, happy, excited, it wants to automatically share my videos as recommended videos to other people as well. So if you feel inspired to do any of those things, please know I'm very, very grateful for that. Also, these are general readings. If you're looking for even more specific information and answers for your specific life, I do offer personal readings and some other options and services. All that information is listed in the description box below. All right, beautiful soul, as you're going through this wonderful adventure, remember every second of every day of your life that you are unconditionally loved by the Mother and the Father of all things, our Creator, and of course, I love you too. So until we chat again, much love to you. Hang in there. Take care of yourself. We'll see you soon.